How to read someone like a book. In the beginning, we take a lot of information from books, but we cannot understand the world without reading and understanding people well. And the way to read people and reveal their truth may need physiognomy, but at the same time it may be understood through a science specialized in reading and analyzing the signals issued by the human body that appear in our way of communicating. The same whether it is a tone of seriousness, mockery, sadness, or joy. But what if the person never speaks and we want to understand them? Then we resort to the third method of communication, which is nonverbal signals, or as it is known as body language. These signs appear automatically on a person to express his feelings. For example, if someone is angry, his eyebrows will appear on him, and you will notice his pressure on his fist in order to suppress his anger, for example, or you will find him opening his eyes and raising his eyebrows in case of shock or astonishment, and many other signs that we will talk about. Understanding body language requires you to be patient and continue to observe people's signs so that you can easily understand them, just like learning a new foreign language, and signs or body language have many forms, such as body language forms. 1. Eye contact. 2. Facial expressions or features. 3. The pattern or form of movement. 4. In addition to the manner of standing and its shape. 5. Also, the handshake and the way of touching. We will explain everything in detail, but I want you to know that no matter how much the body language reveals to you about the person you are dealing with, this will certainly not dispense with verbal communication. To hear him speak and express his opinions, you need to see the whole picture, and take into account the different environments, age and educational stages and psychological state. So you ask me, what does this mean? Aren't they all signs of what the person wants to say? I answer you that there are common and well-known signs among all people, such as a smile or signs of shyness, tension, thinking, and other signs that differ according to the environment. For example, if you are in a crowded country such as China, you will find everyone walking fast and frowning. You may translate this that you are not wanted or welcome, but the truth that this is unintentional, and they are very friendly, but the nature of the fast-working environment imposed on them a similar pattern, quick and dry feelings, and on that hatch. For example, if I live in a village, of course some of my signs will differ from someone who lives in the capital. If you know me when I am in an unstable psychological state, of course my body language may be negative and not similar to it, and I am in a better condition. Eye contact and facial expressions. You may ask, body language? Does the body speak? Convinced me? I tell you, yes, there are things that come from us, whether from our conscious or unconscious minds, automatic movements that your body produces and have indications of what is inside you, and body language may reveal to us this hidden truth behind speech. If someone is jealous of you but tries to pretend that he loves you, this will appear on his face and the way he speaks, and even the smile shows a lot about what is inside us. The features of the face of the person who says to you Mubarak, while he is excited and happy for you, does not resemble the features of the one who says it and shows that he sees success a lot on you. So sometimes we say, because of this I don't feel comfortable with him even though he says nice things to me, because your eye saw how much he was lying while he was talking. Scientists have seen that the signs or body language differ in different situations, and you can reveal from them the psychological state of the person in front of you. For example, a smile has many images. If you smile without showing your teeth, you are often uncomfortable and feel a kind of reservation. You are comfortable and in the midst of people close to you, and there is a rigid smile that feels rectangular, which comes out automatically if you feel that a certain situation is imposed on you, or that you have to abide by the general etiquette of a place or social event. Another sign is the look of the eye. If a person with his eyes escapes from your eye and tries not to make direct contact with the eyes while speaking, he is often not interested in your words, or he is bored or trying to hide something, and you will notice this as well if there is a dispute between you and this person, and often the party that his eye escapes from communication, he is the weaker party, but if he looks directly into your eyes, he is either confident of his words or interested in your words, and even side looks have implications, and I want you to apply them with me. If you were talking to a person and then looked with your eyes to the left, this means that you're trying to remember or retrieve information. And if you turn your eyes to the right, here you know immediately that you are imagining speech or drawing a picture in your brain. If you look up, you often do not like the speech, or that you are talking about something that you would like to happen in the future. If you look down, you often feel guilty or sad about the speech, and some people by their nature do not look to someone in the eye and always look sideways. And it distinguishes a shy person who wants to he looks at you but feels shy, or does not want to be noticed, and I want to tell you that these signs help you analyze the personality of those in front of you from one sitting, and sometimes many before he speaks, and this happened with one of my friend applying for a job, and as soon as he sat in front of the manager, he said the manager tells him that you have great tension and shyness and a lack of confidence in yourself, and this job does not need these qualities. Find out all from the way you sit, the looks and the movement of your hands. So imagine accepting or rejecting in a job interview or a marriage interview before you even spoke. Standing and movement form. Not only did the matter stop at this, but the way of walking and posture has implications by which you can understand who is in front of you, and you can also convey an image of yourself. And so on. You will tell me to stop philosophizing. The way of walking is only a mechanical process in which all humans are similar, and if there are differences, they will be the result of nutritional, health or exercise practices. I will tell you yes indeed, but there are individual signs that distinguish each one from the other and reveal to you the psychological state for the person. For example, if you saw a person looking at the ground with his hands in his pockets and dragging his feet off the ground, how would you feel? You will certainly see that he is sad and depressed. If you see a person with their hands out of their pockets and walking at an erratic pace with a big smile, you will feel happy. And if you see someone putting her hands on her waist and raising her eyebrows, then most likely she says in secret that she does not like your words and that she objects to everything. Hand movement and touch method. Even my brother, the movements of the hands have connotations, and this book did not leave a movement that we should do except that it said that it has meaning. A sluggish handshake is usually for an artist, a famous person, or a person who does not have a strong relationship between you, and a warm handshake indicates a great welcome. But you must take into consideration the difference of cultures and environments, because some environments see hand peace as a bad thing, and other societies feel it is welcome, as the French who greet at the beginning and end of the interview, unlike the Germans who greet once, and apart from cultures, the way the movement of the hands always reveals a lot about the person. If you find someone in front of you with his hands open during the conversation, he is often telling the truth and speaking with full transparency. But if he is trying to hide his hand, most likely he is hiding part of the truth, and if he puts his hand on his mouth, this means his lack of confidence in the person in front of him and his unwillingness to reveal speaking to him. It is as if he is saying, "Shut up, my tongue." But if someone in front of you is trying to hide his face with his hand while he is speaking, or he puts his hand on his nose or chin, then this means that he is often lying or trying to hide a truth. If you put both hands behind your back, it probably means that you are frustrated. Benefits of learning body language. You tell me, then, what is the point of understanding body language or nonverbal signals, as long as we have tongues and can say what we feel? I tell you, my friend, that not everything you think about can be said, and there are things that you need to have a feeling without words, such as that each of us needs a personal space. If two brothers sitting next to each other won't be like college mates, nor will they be like the space you leave between you and a stranger. If you just got to know someone and go sit next to them, you shouldn't in any way you stick to him or bring your face close to his face, because you will infringe on his personal space and you will feel that he is alienating you. Also, if you enter into a personal interview, you need to leave a space between you and the person you will sit in front of. There are signs that appear on people when we encroach on their personal space, and they feel upset, but they are ashamed to say it, and your understanding of the signs on their faces or bodies will make you feel embarrassed. Practical benefit or body language applications. You ask me and tell me, how do I reach people with a good idea about me? Or how can I attract people without speaking? I tell you that the matter is simple, and all it takes is to be confident in yourself, and this confidence appears on the signals of your body. His face, and you will find him walking quickly and his steps wide without looking at the ground. You will notice a nice smile and eye contact with those in front of him. His back is straight and his hand does not move randomly, and if he is an arrogant person, you will notice in his sitting that he makes with his hand the shape of a tower. You will notice on university professors, directors, and leaders that they walk with their hands behind their backs, each hand holding the other, and the palm of the hand visible to the outside. How do we apply body language in our lives and work? Application of body language in daily life. If you are a lawyer, for example, or a person whose work is based on gaining the trust of those in front of you, or even if you are going to propose to one of them, or a sales employee and a client comes to you who needs to gain his trust, you will need to work on several factors. First, the reception area should not be very large, because it gives the impression that you are more interested in money than anything, so the customer is afraid. Also, do not make your office too big, because the large distance between you and the person in front of you shows that you are afraid, hiding, or setting large boundaries between you and the person in front of you, and try to maintain eye contact because it means that there is interaction and attention with what he says. If the person in front of you talks in many details, try to write these details. And this will show him how much you are an expert, understand your work and a trustworthy person. Even smoking and the method of smoking itself have indications of your confidence in yourself or not. Of course, my friend, you do not need to tell you that smoking is bad and harmful to health, and if you suffer from it, read the book review, Do Not Stop Smoking, on a green application, but the book tells us when a person blows smoke upward, it means that he is confident in himself, and if he smokes while straying, then he is a person who carries anxiety and takes out his pressure in cigarettes, and you will find him drinking a lot. And the last thing in the movements to attract attention, you will notice that some people hold their wives in the street as if they are saying that they are mine, or you find him holding his phone, keys and glasses, in a desperate attempt to attract attention. Meaning, look what I have? If you want to show your confidence in yourself, don't do it. There are others who want to show you that they are better than you, so they try to talk to you from a place higher than yours, or put their hands on your hand in shaking hands or on your shoulder. And in the end, you must pay attention because in order to be a complete picture of a person, you should not take only verbal signs, because speech does not tell everything inside us, and even body language alone is not enough. You need to talk to him and know about his environment, his family, his past and the way deal with him in situations, and physical cues can help you complete the picture, but we shouldn't judge them fully except with people with whom we have superficial relationships or we are dealing with for the first time. And I want to tell you that your study of nonverbal cues will help you not misunderstand and see you well. When people over and conserve your personal space, you must learn it to communicate better. Thank you for listening, and I'm glad we can be friends and subscribe to the channel.